It's times like these where I'm starting to think Star Wars is becoming shit on purpose. We have a story trailer now for Star Wars Outlaws, a game I already had zero interest in. And now I absolutely will be boycotting for several reasons I'm about to get into. But first, I want to talk about just Star Wars games in general, because ever since Disney bought Lucasfilm and shut down LucasArts, the amount of games we've been getting is pathetic, and it's mostly because most of their games that they've been working on keep getting delayed or canceled. What have we gotten since Disney bought Star Wars? We got Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor. Fallen Order I thought was pretty good, and Survivor was decent. We got Battlefront, which is one of the most depressingly disappointing games I've ever seen, or played. Battlefront 2, which became good after about 3 years. So that's kind of embarrassing. Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens, which was fine, but was kind of amusing for how they tried to stretch an entire 2-hour movie into a long Lego game and kind of failed at it. Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, which was just terrible, and was probably one of the worst Lego games we've gotten, and that's pretty bad, because we've had mostly good Lego games, but we've had a few bad ones, and that would rank near, like, the Lego Movie video games. And is that it? Oh no, we got Squadrons, which I've only played once and had its fair share of woke propaganda shoved into it. And that's it, because Eclipse has been delayed, the Knights of the Old Republic remake was straight up cancelled. And I guess they're working on a third Jedi game, but that'll probably take 5 years before it comes out, just like the last one, so I don't really know if I can count that right now. Oh wait, no, we got Connect Star Wars after they bought the franchise. Compare this to 2005, alone, with LucasArts. This isn't a case of quantity over quality, because we got 4 games that are considered masterpieces in terms of the franchise. Republic Commando, Knights of the Old Republic 2, Lego Star Wars, the original, not the complete saga, that wouldn't be released for a couple more years, and the original Battlefront 2. And most of those games have been re-released onto other platforms because people like them so much. And they also got the Revenge of the Sith game, which I've heard is decent, but I've never played it. At least not the PS2 version. I played the DS version. And it's fine. It's a DS game. What do you want me to say? But that tells you right there is that we've gotten about as many Star Wars games since Disney bought the franchise that we got in 2005, and none of those games that we've gotten in the past 10 years even comes close to the level of the original Battlefront 2 or Republic Commando. And those are the games that we lost First Assault, Force Unleashed 3, and the Darth Maul game to get. We lost a Darth Maul game and Force Unleashed 3 for Connect Star Wars. Blow me. And now we have this, which is already has his woke agenda shoved to the forefront. I mean, just look at this character model compared to its actress. The actress is extremely attractive, and they butchered the character model. And this is not an isolated case. If you've seen Synthetic Man's videos, you know that pretty much every Western game nowadays intentionally makes their female characters as ugly as possible, especially when they have an attractive actress playing them and mocapping them. They just completely butcher the model. Like, hell, look at Spider-Man 2 with disgusting MJ, or Forspoken, where not only the main character, but every character in that game looked hideous. And it only seems to stretch to the female characters, because the male characters seem to look just fine. I mean, Cal Kestis looks exactly like Cameron Monaghan here, but this character is not Humberly Gonzalez. But that is not even the worst of it. Star Wars Outlaws community manager Shauna Jones appears to have an animus against white men in numerous social media posts. Now, what exactly is a community manager in a video game, in terms of video games? I don't really know. This article doesn't explain what that is, but it really doesn't matter. This is someone who's worked on and I want to preface this, because of course she bitches and whines about white privilege, is that she's worked on several big games like Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora, Just Dance, Riders Republic, Skull and Bones, Watchdog Legions, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Immortals, Phoenix Rising. Now, none of those games are very good, so it's not exactly like this is an impressive resume, but let's just go over some of these. I'm not going to go over all these, because Yellow Flash went over plenty of these in some of his videos, so I'm just going to go over some of the highlights. This is a post from back in January of 2020. If you're a white dude complaining that diversity being raised is an issue, then people are going to keep raising the lack of diversity until we see change. That shit's gotta change, man. Please don't tell me gender isn't an issue in the games industry when you are a white male. Diversity in general is an issue in the industry. I guess as a white male who is not always represented, it's easier to not know or see the misrepresentation in studios. Just fucking piss off. And even bitched at streamer Ninja back in 2021 for not teaching about white privilege. Give me a fucking break. Ninja's boasting about his white privilege by doing this. He has the potential to influence millions of kids and chooses to be a sack of beans. Use your platform for good if you have the opportunity. Don't do a Ninja for good fucking God. Here's one responding to some dude I've never heard of, Alan Cudicio or something, claiming he was mistaken for a waiter at Gamescom. Oh no. This is shameful behavior. Proof that we can't make the games industry a safe and inclusive place when the higher-ups don't understand the importance of diversity and they're all middle-aged white guys. Yeah, you see the common theme with these posts. And talking about the game Days Gone, a game I've never heard of, I'm enjoying playing Days Gone, but at the same time the lack of diversity really upsets me. And then later added to this, like even the camps are full of white people. Oh my God. And there's more and more. There is probably several dozen on here, but I want to bring up this one because it is very similar to that one jackass who I reposted on my community tab who was talking about how he wants genocide of Republicans and thinks that would be funny. She went on a big article about diversity and white privilege, and like, I think the title was, yes, diversity is about getting rid of white people, and that's a good thing. Concludes the article, so yes, white supremacists. Diversity is indeed white genocide, and white genocide is exactly what the world needs more than anything else. So yeah, she's calling for genocide of white people, despite... Okay, so this person is bitching about white privilege, yet she has gotten the opportunity to work on several big games, and she's incompetent as fuck at her job, so she's basically a diversity hire. And I'm assuming Kathleen Kennedy supports this, because why the fuck wouldn't she? And this is the state of Star Wars now. Not only is it full of because I am no longer a Star Wars fan, at least not of anything that comes out anymore. I still like anything pre-Disney Star Wars. Well, not all of it, obviously, but I like Star Wars pre-Disney. But not only is that fan base now composed of just giant crybabies who can't take criticism, it's literally now helping people who are helping run it are literally calling for white genocide. How is this even allowed? How is this legal on Twitter? Seriously, answer that question for me. So yeah, you better believe I will not be playing this game. And you shouldn't either. This game will bomb for all the reasons I've listed. And just, it doesn't look like a great game and not many people are talking about it. The trailers are at least getting close to ratioed if they haven't already. So, yeah, this game's going to bomb, and it deserves to. And then we'll see more tweets from this person. And something else I want to say is that this is always the cycle. I saw this in a comment on Yellow Flash's video as well, but it's always the cycle. They tell white men not to buy their game, we don't, and then they bitch about how the game bombed because white men didn't want to buy their game. Again, it's the victim mentality. These fucking losers can't accept the fact that they fucked up. This person doesn't want white people to buy their game, and when we don't, they'll bitch about how white people didn't buy the game, so they're racist for not playing it. That's what's going to happen. I will guarantee it right now. I would bet several $1,000s on it, and I would be pretty confident placing that bet. So that's all I got, and again, I will not be buying this game, ever. I will never play this game. I probably won't even watch any gameplay for it. So that's all I got, and I'll see you next time. Bye.